2. 3 million years ago, the world was beautiful, wild, and deadly. Long before cities, roads, or farms existed, early humans wandered through endless prehistoric forests searching for food and water. Every single day was a battle to survive. But among the greatest dangers hiding in the wilderness were not giant predators or violent storms. The true killers were the poisonous plants growing silently all around them. Ancient jungles were filled with strange vegetation unlike anything humans see today. Massive ferns towered overhead, while thick vines crawled across the ground like snakes. Some plants produced colorful berries that looked delicious but carried deadly toxins inside. One bite could paralyze muscles, destroy the stomach, or stop the heart completely. Early humans had no books, no science, and no doctors. They learned through painful experience. When one member of the tribe ate the wrong fruit and died, the others remembered. Knowledge was passed from generation to generation through fear and survival. One evening, a hungry tribe entered a dark swamp after days without food. Children cried from hunger while hunters searched desperately among the thick plants. A young woman discovered bright red berries hanging from a bush. They looked fresh and sweet. She offered them to the tribe. At first, nothing happened, but within minutes, one hunter collapsed to the ground. His breathing slowed. Foam appeared around his mouth. Panic spread through the camp. The tribe's healer rushed forward, crushing leaves and mixing mud with water to create a primitive antidote. Some survived, others did not. That terrifying night became a lesson the tribe would never forget. Many poisonous plants protected themselves with sharp thorns, burning sap, or toxic pollen floating through the air. Some caused blindness when touched. Others poisoned rivers after heavy rainstorms. Ancient humans had to observe animals carefully. If birds avoided a plant, humans stayed away too. But not all. Life, too, 3 million years ago, was a constant struggle against nature. Early humans lived in a dangerous prehistoric world where every forest hid deadly secrets. Among the greatest threats were poisonous plants capable of killing within hours. The ancient earth was covered in dense jungles, giant ferns, and thick wetlands. Strange plants thrived in the humid climate. Some produced toxic berries. Others released poisonous spores into the air. To survive, early humans had to learn which plants could feed them and which ones meant certain death. One tribe wandered across the African wilderness during a severe drought. Water was scarce. Food had nearly disappeared. Exhausted and starving, the group entered a mysterious forest untouched by predators. But danger waited silently among the trees. Children discovered beautiful purple fruits growing beneath giant leaves. The fruits smelled sweet. Hunger overcame fear. Several tribe members ate them immediately. At sunset, disaster struck. A hunter suddenly collapsed beside the fire. Another began shaking violently. Fear spread across the camp as the poison moved through their bodies. The tribe's healer tried desperately to save them, using medicinal roots and crushed herbs gathered from nearby plants. That night became one of the tribe's darkest memories. Poisonous plants shaped the evolution of human survival instincts. Early humans began studying nature carefully. They watched animals to discover safe foods. They tested plants in tiny amounts before eating them fully. Knowledge became power. Some prehistoric plants contained dangerous chemicals similar to modern toxins. Burning sap caused painful skin injuries. Toxic mushrooms attacked the nervous system. Deadly berries damaged organs from the inside. Yet humans adapted. Over generations, tribes created primitive healing methods using charcoal, clay, and medicinal herbs. The smartest survivors passed their knowledge to younger generations. Slowly, humanity learned how to survive. The rain fell heavily across the prehistoric jungle. Deep in the wilderness, a small tribe searched desperately for food. For days they had eaten almost nothing. Hunger weakened the adults while children cried beside the muddy riverbank. A young hunter pushed through giant ferns and discovered a strange bush filled with shining blueberries. They looked safe. Birds sat nearby, and the fruit smelled sweet. Believing he'd saved the tribe, he carried the berries back to camp. That night, everyone gathered around the fire. The tribe shared the fruit carefully. For a moment, there was happiness. Smiles appeared across exhausted faces. But soon, everything changed. One child became dizzy and collapsed into the dirt. A woman screamed as another hunter struggled to breathe. Panic spread through the camp like wildfire. The berries were poisonous. The tribe's healer rushed into the darkness, searching for medicinal plants. He crushed roots with stones and mixed leaves into water, hoping to stop the poison. Some survived the terrible night. Others never woke again. From that moment forward, the tribe feared the jungle more than ever. Poisonous plants existed everywhere in the prehistoric world. Bright flowers released deadly pollen into the wind. Thick vines produced toxic sap that burned human skin. Mushrooms growing in caves caused sickness and madness. Ancient humans survived by remembering every painful lesson. Elders taught children which plants were safe and which ones meant death. Hunters observed animals carefully before eating unfamiliar foods. But even deadly plants sometimes held healing powers. Certain herbs reduced pain. Others helped wounds heal faster. Slowly, humans began understanding nature's secrets. The prehistoric world was not kind. Survival demanded courage, intelligence, and sacrifice. Every forest journey carried danger. Every meal could become the last. Yet humanity endured. Through storms, hunger, predators, and poison, our ancestors continued fight. 3 million years ago, the Earth was not a world made for humans. There were no cities, no roads, no fire-lit villages stretching across the land. The planet belonged to nature, wild, violent, and merciless. Endless jungles covered the earth like a green ocean. Giant trees blocked the sunlight. Thick fog crawled through dark swamps. Strange cries echoed through the night while predators hunted beneath the shadows. And hidden among the forests was a silent killer. Poisonous plants. They did not roar like beasts. They did not chase their victims. They waited. Ancient humans were weak compared to the monsters surrounding them. They had no metal weapons, no medicine, and no understanding of science. Every sunrise was another desperate fight to survive. A small tribe moved slowly through the prehistoric wilderness beneath heavy rain clouds. Their bodies were thin from hunger. Children clung to their mothers, while hunters searched the jungle floor for anything edible. Days had passed since the tribe found enough food. Starvation was beginning to destroy them from the inside. The air smelled of wet earth and rotting leaves. Thunder rolled across the sky. The jungle felt alive. Every tree seemed to watch them. The tribe's leader, an experienced hunter scarred by countless battles, raised his hand suddenly. Everyone stopped moving. Somewhere nearby, something large crashed through the trees. Fear spread instantly through the group. But the sound faded. Only silence remained. Slowly, they continued forward. The deeper they traveled, the stranger the jungle became. Massive ferns towered overhead like giant walls. Twisted vines hung from ancient trees. Mushrooms glowing faintly blue covered fallen logs. Thick mist floated close to the ground, hiding unseen dangers beneath the swamp water. Then one of the hunters discovered something unusual. Bright red berries. Hundreds of them. They grew from a dark bush beneath giant leaves larger than a human body. Rainwater drip slow.